Okay, I got it. So, thanks for getting on, guys. We have a special guest tonight, so I'm not going to talk real long at the beginning here. Just wanted to do a few quick announcements. We are at April 11th, so not even halfway through the month yet, and we have the awesome promotion going on with the All Access Pass, so make sure you're taking advantage of that. Also, we have our Coach Basics that started yesterday, the new Coach Training Academy, so if you have anyone that needed in that and you didn't catch, you didn't get the group or whatever, we can still add them. Just let your coach know so that your Upline Diamond knows so they can add you into that group. So we have that going on. That's a 4-week training, and anyone can be added to that needs in. Other promotional things or announcements, there's not too much, exciting yet, but there's a lot coming. So we found out that the new Shakeology flavors have been released, and they're available to order now. And starting next week, you can actually get the Shakeology sampler with those new flavors. So I've already changed my auto ship to include the barista vegan pack because mine ships out this week. So I'll be getting that. And I'm going to launch it by offering samples to people that want to try the new flavors. And also, then once the sampler is available, I'll make it that people can just order it directly from my site with the sampler pack. So we have that. If you weren't aware, the new flavors are vegan cafe latte and vegan vanilla. And then if you missed the Super Saturday this past weekend, we had 2 new program announcements. So there's a brand new trainer that has joined the Beachbody family. His name is Chris Downing. He is an awesome dude. He's super buff. He's trained lots of athletes. And he has a new program coming out called Shift Shop. That is a tongue twister. He is going to get you killer results in 3 weeks. So it is a 21-day program. It's 7 days a week, so no rest days. And the program is built to build on itself. So week 1, your workouts are 25 minutes. Week 2, they're 35 minutes. And week 3, they're 45 minutes. So they're progressive. And the food is the same. So we have that releasing at Summit in July. We can start talking about it now. The more you hype it up, the better your launch will be. Remember that anybody that has All Access on Demand will get access to the Shift Shop automatically when it releases. And then the other program that was talked about and will be releasing in May is going to be called UV2, I think is what it's called. And it is a program for more of a beginner. I think that Beachbody has totally hit the mark with this one. This will appeal to an older market, which I think Beachbody was really missing out on, and I've heard from a lot of my older challengers about this. So this is going to be, honestly, it reminds me of an older Richard Simmons style workout. It's not going to be for everyone, and I understand that, and that's okay. It's going to have its niche. But it is going to be really simple, basic dance moves to fun music with Leandro. He's the creator of Brazil Butt Lift. He's real fun. And the program will be beginner level. So again, anybody that gets the All Access will get access to that in May. And then once they've graduated from that program, they can always try a harder program down the road. So I think these are really great programs that we have coming, and we want to start talking about them now. That was my announcements for the night. I don't want to take any more of Michael's time. Let me just tell you a little bit about Michael real quick. Michael and I started as coaches maybe a month or 2 apart in this business. I think he started a month, maybe 2 months before I did. We both have the same upline in Deidre. He and I both went diamond in the same month, very quickly after starting the business. I think he went diamond in his 3rd month coaching. He has been around for a while, and he is probably one of my favorite, he is my favorite male to follow on social media, but he's probably one of my favorite to follow of all time anyway, of Beachbody coaches. Michael he's from the South. He's from South Carolina. He has an accent. You'll hear him in a minute. I love that. I adore that about him. most of us on this call are from the North, so we will appreciate that. Michael has 2 boys. He has a girlfriend, and she has a daughter as well. But Michael knows this business inside and out, and he has a real passion for the business, for helping people, for specifically what he's going to talk about tonight and how it is crucial for your business. But one of the cool things about Michael and I is we didn't have like instant success where we just like took off and, you know, went 10-star diamond out the gate. We've been around and we've been struggling and we've been fighting and we've stuck it out. So if you ever feel like you're not getting anywhere, but it's worth sticking around, trust us. So that's something that we both have in common. We'll both tell you that it's worth it. So I want to let Michael take the stage. He's a diamond coach, and he has an awesome team that he leads. And I'll let him, if you want to add any accolades there, Michael, feel free to do so, but I'm going to let him take over.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't think I got an accent. I don't know what she's talking about. So, but anyway, she says I do, so I trust Alicia. I've met her a couple of times at Summit and got to know her pretty good. Yeah, I was a diamond in like 93 days, I think. What's up, Jared? What's up, buddy? And you doing good?
Oh, yeah. You doing good?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Doing good. It's peaceful right now. I'm waiting for the boys to walk in anytime and it be loud and, you know, but it's all good.
Yeah, I wanted to hop on here and see you real quick. So
yeah, good to see you, buddy.
You
good
too.
To see you. So, yeah, I became a diamond in like 93 days, and I thought, man, I'm going to blow this business up, and it's going to be, you know, I'm going to be 5-star and 10-star and all these different things. And I'm not, and I hadn't done that. I've been diamond ever since, and that's all right. But personal development is the one thing that has changed my life. I'll share a little bit about myself and why it has changed my life. When I started this business, I was married. I had two children. And this business is not why I got a divorce. So if anybody, you know, you're like, oh, that don't sound good. No, that's not why. God put this business in my life to help me through it was the toughest season I'd ever went through. It was, I've been a coach about 4 years now. And am I delaying or am I good? I'm good. Okay. I had a sign come up here. But it was the hardest time of my life. It was one of the biggest struggles of my life. And if it wouldn't have been for Beachbody, if it wouldn't have been for personal development, I would have never been able to make it through that. I was able to serve. One of the greatest things that I've been able to do in my life is being able to serve people. I am passionate about people. I believe if you can win the mental battle, then you can win the spiritual battle and the physical battle in every aspect of your life. That's why I'm so passionate about personal development. I will tell you this. Before I became a Beachbody coach, I always share this. I read one book, and it was called Of Mice and Men, and I read that in high school. Since I became a Beachbody coach, I probably read 20 or 30 books. I listen to audible.com now. I stopped reading. I started listening to more stuff, so audible.com is a great way to go if you don't have that. But probably about 6-8 months ago, I stopped personal development, and my business was still going pretty good about 6 or 8 months ago. I've had several coaches. I have several great coaches, but none of them have grown to become a diamond, which is all right. But I was hitting, SC5 and SC10 every month, and I stopped personal development. I just got busy. Yeah, I got a girlfriend, and life was good, and I was happy, and I was peaceful, and it wasn't nothing to do with her, but I just stopped doing my personal development. When I stopped doing my personal development, I stopped hitting Success Club, and I stopped seeing my business grow. And I didn't really realize it until I talked to a guy probably about 6 or 8 weeks ago, to be honest with you. Probably about 6 weeks ago. His name's Steve Schauber. He's a buddy of mine, and he's into something a total different business. And he put me on the book called The 10 Times Rule. And I really believe God put him in my life for several reasons, but one was to get me back into personal development. And it has changed. It has jacked me up. I mean, it has me so excited. I finished out the month. It had to be with a week left in March. Yes, this month's April. I can't keep up with the months. But it had to be with like a week left in March that I started reading the 10 Times Rule book, and I hit SC4, and I'm at SC4 already, and I've got like 9 conversations going on right now. with people because I'm working. So tonight I'm going to share with you a little bit about personal development. I'm going to share with you some things that I've learned from the 10 times rule. When you first started becoming a coach, what books and I'm going to ask y'all to talk because I want to hear y'all's accent. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear y'all talk. So what's some books how many new coaches are on here? Been coaching for 6 months or less? Because Alicia's got like a rocking team. I like seeing her pop up as a 1-star, and then, she's doing all this stuff, and then she's posting bikini pictures, this bikini she's going to be wearing, and she's got this big team call, and then she's doing great, and I'm like, dang, and I get on here and all these people, and I'm excited. I want to help y'all. So got several new coaches on here, right? So what books did y'all read? What books have y'all been told to read? Unmute yourself and tell me. Somebody. You don't have to raise your hand. Okay, I'm going to call on somebody. Somebody talk.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
I've been reading The Energy Bus. That was a great one.
It's a great book.
I'm currently in the middle of Firestarter sessions.
Okay.
It's a big personal development book, and each chapter is about something different. And it doesn't only relate to what I'm trying to do with Beachbody, but like all things that I've been working on. Okay. So I think that's really great. I've read Girl Boss. I've read quite a few, actually.
That's good. Yeah, I hadn't read Girl Boss. I will say I probably won't read that one, but yeah, I've heard it was a great book.
Oh, and You Are a Badass was the first personal development book I've ever read. Yeah. And it was like, I don't need this. Why would I need personal development? And that's like the people that need it.
Yes, everybody needs it. So has anybody read The Slight Edge or The Compound Effect? Any of those books? Those are some great books to start with. Well, I'm going to tell you this. So I have a son who is 18 and I have a son who is 15, and it's more than just being a Beachbody coach as to why you need to read personal development. Personal development makes you a better person. This is one thing I believe, and this is my call, right, Alicia? I can say what I want to. So this is one thing that I believe. This is your call, but you asked me to be on here. I believe that God created each one of us to do great and amazing and mighty things. I believe that with all my heart. I don't believe that and I'm going to pick on some of y'all, so don't get mad. I don't think nobody get mad, but I don't believe that he said, Rebecca, you were created to be awesome, and Morgan, you were created to be average, and Rachel, you were created to be great, and Kelly, you were created to be average. I don't believe that God did that. I believe God created each and every one of us to do great and mighty and amazing and exciting things. Each one of us different, but I believe just awesome stuff with our life. But here's the difference. Here's the reality. Here's the choice. At the end of the day, why so many people are not awesome and great and do all that God intended us to be, and why just a few people really do it, is because of the choices that we make every day. It's that compound effect. It's that slight edge. It's doing those small things every day to change your life. How many of you honestly believe with all your heart, if you've been a Beachbody coach, you believe this, and if you're going to do anything with your business, you believe this. How many of you believe that if somebody will follow the plan that you give them to lose weight, if they'll do those stupid little containers and they'll follow that little meal plan and they'll push play every day, and if they'll drink Shakeology every day, and if they'll plug into your group, if they'll do those small things every day, how many of you believe that they'll have great results? Y'all all better raise your hand. How many of y'all believe? I'm telling you, there's nobody I've ever seen that fails if they do those small things every day. Nobody. And it's the same thing with this business, and it's the same thing with personal development. If you will do personal development every day, if you'll plug into this team every day, then you'll do great and crazy things. I'm going to share with y'all some of the things from the 10 times rule. This is why most of you will either succeed or fail right here. You have to think about this. The 10 times rule talks about that you need to set your targets for yourself 10 times greater than what you believe you can achieve. So if you came into this business and you said this, well, I want to be a coach. Well, that's great. Some people just want to be a discount. How many of y'all on here just want to be a discount coach? How many of y'all want to quit your job? 5-star. Make $100,000 a year. How many of y'all want to do that? How many of y'all want to make $100,000 a year? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Well, this is what I used to say that. I used to say, and I'll just tell y'all, I make about $80,000 to $90,000 a year in my normal job. And I used to say, if I could replace that, then I'll be all right. Not no more. Not no more. I need to set my goals so high that if I fall short, then I get there, right? You need to set your goals so high so much higher than you believe that you can possibly do. So that when you go for those things, you have something that you wake up every day and you're passionate about and you believe in. And that's what personal development does for you. It helps you to set higher goals. You should take actions every day that are 10 times greater than what you believe are necessary to achieve your goal. I'm telling you this, if Alicia tells you to do a power hour, do 2 power hours. If you want to grow this business, that's what you have to do that. And that's what personal development does for you every day. If you don't listen to personal development, if you don't listen to something that's talking about goal setting, or you're a badass, or you're a boss girl, or what girl boss, or whatever that book was, whatever, if you don't listen to those things about the energy bus, if you don't listen to those things every day, then you slowly lose it. It's just like this, right? If you have a fire and you go to this fire and this fire is burning, and down in the South we have fire. Do y'all have fires? I guess y'all, it's like cold all the time there. Ain't it like the summertime? It's like 30 below. I don't know. I think it snows all the time. We never get snow here. If we do, we're shut down for weeks, just flakes. It's awful down here. But anyway, that was a side note, brain fart. But if you have a fire and it's burning and you go up to it and you take one piece of a little piece of kindling away from that fire and you set it to the side, what happens? What happens?
Another fire.
It goes out, right? It usually goes out. It could start another fire, but most likely if you set it to the side, even if the ground's wet, right? If the ground's wet and that fire's sitting there burning and there's lots of kindling going on, that fire's going to keep on burning. But if you take one piece of kindling out and set it to the side where the ground's wet, or, just out in the dirt, it's going to go out. That's why every day you have to be around something that's burning. You have to be around something that's helping you to grow. And that personal development would do that for you. The biggest mistake that most people make in life is not setting goals high enough for themselves because they don't believe in themselves. And I'm telling you what, if you'll listen to personal development every day, it will change your life and your beliefs in yourself. How many of you, before you started this business, honestly, did not believe you was going to ever do anything great with your life? You just thought you're just going to work a 40-hour-a-week job and you're just going to go clock in and clock out and come home. That sucks. I'm sorry, there ain't no kid. I don't know if that sucks is a bad word up north or not. But anyway, it sucks. I hope that, that's just, it does. That kind of mentality for me is awful. And that's really what it is. The devil is on your back and he's dragging you down and he's saying, you know what, Kelly, you know what, Mary Caroline, I don't know if is that 2 names or is that 1? Mary Caroline. 2 names. So Mary Caroline, yes? Okay, Mary Caroline. If Mary Caroline is thinking like that and thinking, you know what, I'm just going to work 40 hours a week and all that, that's awful. This business gives you an opportunity to believe in so much more and to achieve in so much more. And we have the greatest opportunity with this business, with accountability, nutrition, the workouts, everything that we got. There's people that have less talent than you that are making tons of money right now. And you have to believe that. You have to believe that you can do that. Your thoughts and your actions are the reasons you are where you are right now. I want you to realize this. Where you are right now in your life is basically everything that you've done up until this point in your life is where it's got you where you are, good or bad. And you can say, well, you don't know my situation. You don't know what's happened to me in the past. You don't know what he or she did. You don't know about my finances. You don't know about my mama, my daddy, my granny. You don't know about any of that stuff. I don't mean this with no disrespect at all, but it's up to you. You may not get to choose everything that's happened to you, but you get to choose how you respond and who you become. And that's what personal development will do for you. It'll have you take a whole different look at life. It'll have you taking ownership in everything of your life. When things happen to you that you can't control, you say, who am I going to become? How am I going to react to this? How am I going to act? How am I going to grow through this situation? That's what personal development does for you. Your thoughts and your actions are the reasons of where you are today, and your thoughts and your actions that you take every day from this point forward will determine where you're going to be 5 and 10 years from now. So in order for you to go farther than you ever thought possible, you must think and act at levels higher than you ever have before. You can't think, Kelly, I think you was shaking your head. And Stephanie, you was thinking, that's all I'm ever going to do with my life. It's work 40 hours a week. And you know what? That's not bad, but that's the way I used to think too, and that's average. Do you look at, so I see Kelly Adams up here. Kelly's got her little boy beside her, right? Would you look at him and say, what's his name? Let's unmute it. Cohen. Would you ever look at Cohen and say, Cohen, when you grow up, I want you to be average?
No.
No. So why would you ever settle for anything less than that with your own life? That's what personal development does for you. And I'm telling you, I've been in that mindset before where I've said, you know what, I'm just going to, if I could just get my bills paid off and all that, that's not where I want to be. I don't want that for my kids, and I don't want that for you, and I don't want that for me. And we have to be that example. And I'm telling you, the biggest difference in my life is when I'm listening to and I'm reading personal development every day. Now, for me, I get up every morning and I got some devotionals that I do and things. I'm plugging into my Bible every day, and spiritually, every day I'm doing that consistently. But people say, and don't get me wrong, that's number one thing that I need to be doing. But that's not your personal development. That's not your personal development. For me, that's not my personal development. I need to be thinking something else, this business-wise and financial and all those different things. When you think about the 10 times rule, it says you must set targets for yourself that are 10 times more than what you think you want, and then take 10 times the action. You have to do more. You can't, and it's not a competition, right? Never, okay, and ladies are worse at this, is what I've gathered from being on Deidre's team. Ladies look, and I used to look and say, okay, me and Alicia started at the same time. She's a diamond, I'm a diamond. Okay, I'm good. Oh crap, she's 1 star and I'm not 1 star. I must be sucking. I must be doing terrible. It's not that. It's not about competition. It's about outworking me. It's about outworking me. I need to be putting in 10 times the work. But most of the time what we do is we set our sights too low and we underestimate how much action is taken to be a great coach. Personal development makes you wake up every day and think about that. Any goal that you set is going to be difficult to achieve. I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all this. I hope I don't scare y'all away, and I hope this don't make Alicia mad. Being a successful Beachbody coach is hard, it's discouraging, and it takes work every day. You're going to have coaches that quit. You're going to have people that you say, you know what? How many of y'all already had coaches that quit? Anybody? You're going to have challengers that are going to quit. You're going to talk to challengers. This is the most frustrating part for me. I talk to challengers, and they're overweight and they're unhealthy. And I know every emotional reason why they need to do this, and they quit, and it tears my nerves up because I know what their life's going to look like 10, 15 years from now. They're going to be unhealthy. They're going to be miserable. They're going to be sitting on the sideline of life watching your kids play and do all those different things. For you, as part of that's why personal development is so important to you, because when those moments come, you're going to say, I knew this was coming. I knew this was coming. This is part of the game. This is part of it. Failure comes before success, right? You're going to have coaches quit. You're going to have struggles. You're going to have all those different things. And most people feel like they are working rather than chasing a passion. And that's one thing that personal development does for me. Instead of working, there are days I got in this rut. I'm telling you, I got in this rut, in this groove where I was just like, I felt like I was working. I was like, Beachbody coaching has just become working to me. And I wasn't into personal development. And when I started reading and listening again, it became a passion for me again. I got excited about it. And, people say that success isn't everything. Success isn't everything, but I'm telling you what, it's important. It's important. And diminishing the importance of that is saying, it's crazy. It's the easy way out. When people say, well, it's not that important to be successful. Yes, it is. It is. I want my kids to see that I'm successful. I want my kids to see that I set goals and I go after things, and I don't accomplish them all, but I do accomplish some of them. And I'm telling you this right here. You're going to have people that's going to come after you, and they're going to be haters. Haters. How many of y'all got haters? Yeah. Anybody? I love when one day I posted a video, and I like the UV2. I'm not excited about that workout. I'm just not. When he jumped out of that thing, I'm like, yep, that's not for me. The shift shop, I was like, yes, that dude's a beast. Let's go do that. But I try to promote them things anyway. And they had a country heat, and I had on my shorts and my Justin boots, and I was, doing a little workout thing and all this different stuff. And I knew it. When I went to work the next day, these guys that act like they're not on Facebook, that Facebook stopped me, these men, they're like, oh, I seen you doing this and seen you doing all that different stuff. And they was all over me. I'm telling you what, you're going to have haters. You're going to have people that are going to critique you. You're going to have critics. You're going to have people that joke with you and all this different stuff. The best revenge against your critics is massive success. Show them. Show them. Because I'm telling you this right here. People are looking at you right now, and they're saying, they're going, Stephanie, you're going to quit. Kelly, you're going to quit. Rebecca, you're going to quit. On and on and on. People are saying, you're going to quit. Prove to them that you're not going to quit. And the way that you do that is by staying in personal development every day, setting those goals every day, growing every day, being your very best every day. Personal development will help you more than anything. My kids are about to walk in, so if it gets loud, I apologize. I may have to move to another room. But I'm telling you this. I tell my challengers all the time. I said, if I had the choice between you doing a 21-day fixed workout, Shakeology, the containers, or personal development, I want you to do personal development every day. I tell my coaches that. Because if they do personal development every day, they're going to do the rest of those things. And that's how important it is for you. Before invites, before anything else, you need to be doing personal development every day. It's that important to you. So don't follow the pack, because I'm telling you what, most people are not going to do personal development. They'll say that they're going to do it, but they don't. Lead the pack. Be the example. As you grow your team, be one that does personal development. Talk about it all the time, because that is so important to your coach. Your coach success is so important to your family. It's so important you become the best wife, the best spouse, the best leader, the best servant, the best friend, whatever you want to be. It can change your life. I promise you that. That's about all I got, Alicia. I don't want to drag it out too long. I know most of y'all got kids. I do. And but I hope that helps. I hope y'all see the importance of personal development, how it can change you.
That's awesome, Michael. Before I talk, I want to see if anybody had any questions for Michael. And if you do, just grab the mic and hop on.
I either sucked or I answered all your questions.
So I have a good one. What is your, I know you're talking about the 10 times rule book that you're reading right now. Beyond that, do you have a favorite all-time PD book, Michael?
Yes. The 10 times rule was it. Hold on. Y'all gonna go into my closet with me. Y'all ready? Okay.
Wait till you see this. Wait till you see this, guys.
I got stuff laid out everywhere. I got to go look. I can't find this one. And I've got more books besides this in here. It's kind of changed now. This used to be, but I've got I've got several books back in there, and it's just like stacks and stacks. But hold on one second. I'm going to find it, because I was looking at it the other day, and oh my gosh. Let me see. I want to tell y'all this book, because most people don't think about this book, and it's like the greatest. Where's that? Oh, okay. Y'all in my bathroom now. There you go. It don't stink. I promise you. It's all good. Go in here. So this book called The Greatest Salesman in the World, it is the best book I've read besides the 10 times rule. I've got, I let one of my coaches borrow it, and she put, "You're a bad butt." She was afraid to say ass, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, because we're in the South and that's a bad word, I guess. But anyway, The Greatest Salesman in the World is the best book I've probably read. It's a little bitty book. It's small, but it's talking about servant leadership is what it's talking about. It's a Christian-based book. When you really don't know it till you start reading it. If you've read the Bible or been in church any of your life, you start reading it and you're like, oh my gosh, I see what they're talking about. But to be the greatest leader, you got to be a great servant. That's what it's going to take with your team, with challengers and things like that. So I would say The Greatest Salesman in the World is, and there's a Greatest Salesman in the World Part 2. That's actually what this is. But yeah, that's the only thing bad about having audible.com. I used to love buying books and stacking them up in there. And now I give a lot of my books away at Super Saturdays and stuff like that. Any other questions? Did this help? Be honest, y'all. I promise you won't hurt my feelings. I've had my feelings hurt before. By a woman. How about that? I'm just kidding. Yeah, it was. Everybody's had their feelings, so you can't hurt my feelings. I want y'all to really, this is my biggest thing for y'all, if y'all take away from this call. I want every one of y'all to be successful as a Beachbody coach. But more than that, I want you to be successful as a person. Like, I really, really, really mean that. Whatever you do, I want you to be the best at it. I want you to be the best wife, the best mom, the best leader, the best servant, the best, whatever it may be. And I promise you, I don't get on here and waste my time or waste your time about this. If you'll plug into personal development, it will do that. It will do that. And if one of y'all become like a big top coach, then whatever Mary Caroline's drinking right there, we can all go have some of those or something. That'd be great. What is that?
It's Shakeology.
Is it? Well, never mind. I thought it was like some kind of something else. We'll have Shakeology then. It'd be great. Shakeology in a wine glass.
It looks more fun that way.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So one of my key takeaways in just doing personal development, and personal development was something I started before Beachbody, actually, with my husband in another business. So we've always been really big into it. And I love, like I said, I love that about Michael. It's just his passion. And if you don't follow Michael, you need to follow him on Facebook. He does so many live videos that just, I don't know, they just apply to so much in life. So make sure you make a note to follow him on Facebook. But like he mentioned, and I'm totally fine with it, and I think it's great. We don't want to sugarcoat things for you guys. And I know a lot of you are new, and we don't want to scare you away either. But honestly, the business, just like anything in life, if it's worth having, it's going to be hard. And if you are going to stick it out through the hard, like Michael and I have, you know, through the tough times and how we haven't grown or rank advanced or like made it to where we thought we would be by now, we wouldn't have made it without personal development. There's no way, 100%. I will tell you that right now. So if you plan on sticking around in this business, in life, you know, if you plan on being a positive person and achieving anything, you are going to have to dig deep. And the only way to do that is through personal development. So, you know, we recommend a minimum of 15 minutes a day, but that's probably not even enough. If that's all you have, then we'll take it. But, you know, once you get into some of these things, you're going to want more anyway. So how do you get it in real quick? You can do it if you're doing audible.com, you can do it to and from work, you know, on your car audio, on your stereo. If you have podcasts, those are great. If you're like, for me, I've been going to the gym, so I've been listening to my personal development while I'm working out. A lot of people do that at home too, listen to it while they're working out. In the shower, like literally you just have to get it in. It's just not a negotiable. The way we talk about Success Club is not negotiable. Well, guess what? This is not negotiable either. So that's how serious this is. And I knew that if anyone was going to bring the passion to the table, it was going to be Michael. So that's why I wanted him to come on and talk to you. And I hope that I felt it from him, but I hope you did too. So before we hop off, does anyone have any other questions? I don't want to keep you real long.
I will say this, you said 15 minutes a day. That's what they suggest. So that's what the average coach does. So if you want to be average, then do 15 minutes a day. You know, you'll find a way if you really, really want to do it. Podcast is the great way, you know, it's a great way, or iTunes or you know, there's so many different ways you can find it if you want to. I listen to stuff back and forth between walking at work, going down the road. So, you know, do 10 times the amount. I mean, I'm telling you, you got to think that way if you want to really grow this business.
Yep. And it's just like, you know how we cut out TV because we're going to be doing our power hour at night. Well, if you're real serious, then cut out listening to the radio on the way to work and do your PD then. You know, it's like, what are you willing to sacrifice to get results? And this is a sacrifice. And you'll see that it ends up being like it pays off tenfold in your life. So without PD, I know that so many things that happened to me where I would have a victim mentality, I just don't have that mentality anymore because of PD. So it's truly changed the face of my life. Now, I'm not going to tell you I never have a bad day because that
Yeah.
would be lying. But, you know, where I might be wallowing in my own self-pity or down and out for a week at a time before, you know, I can pick myself back up and dust myself off and keep going very quickly thanks to personal development versus where before I might have been down and out for a long time. So if you haven't implemented it, definitely start doing it. We always recommend, we have a book list in the team page if you haven't seen it, or recommendations of personal development and topics. So if you're struggling with something, there's a topic. So like if you're struggling with time management, here's some books to read. If you're struggling with building relationships, here's some books to read. So we have lists for you and how to find them in the team page. So if you need help finding them, we can help you with that. So does anyone else have any questions for Michael before we hop off? I wanted to take a photo before we hop off too.
Thank y'all for letting me do this. Like seriously, being able to serve or being able to pour into other teams motivates me even more. So I hope you got the same thing out of it.
We appreciate you and your time, and it meant a lot to me that you were willing to do this for us. So.
Oh yeah, it's an honor, no doubt.
Okay, guys, let's cheese for a picture. I don't know, whatever you want to do. I'm just gonna snap one here. So, however you want to pose. Here we go. 1, 2. Wait, redo. 1, 2.
Hold that so long.
3. Got it. Okay, we are all good, and I'm gonna post this.
If y'all have anything in particular as far as, you don't want to, like, I think a lot of mistakes, I'll say this and then go, a lot of times we just say, go read the compound effect or whatever. But if you're struggling with different things in life or going through different things, there's certain personal development that's better for you. So, ask Alicia or you can ask me or whatever. There's certain personal development that's better for different times of life. I'll say that for sure.
Absolutely. Thanks for getting on, guys. Give Michael a thank you, and I will talk to you all soon. Take care.